everyone, and welcome back to another weekly vlog. I'm not gonna lie, it is 3 o'clock on Monday. Should have started this vlog this morning, but all day, for some reason, I've been convinced that it's Sunday, even though I'm operating like it's a Monday. Like, I meet my dad on a Monday evening, which I'm going to do, and I know that Wednesday's in 2 days, but I've been acting like it's Sunday, so I haven't bothered vlogging. I've been like, oh, I'll start vlogging tomorrow. It's fucking Monday. It's Monday and I should be vlogging. I am so sorry that you've missed my morning. However, I've done nothing but clean. Welcome to another weekly vlog, I guess. It's not a big welcome. I'm so sorry. I forgot about you all. This is my outfit. I'm wearing a t-shirt that the lovely Adelaide designed and gifted to me. I will link them below. I'm off to go for tea with me dad. Like, I feel like I should have more to update people on, but I'm not kidding. I feel like I genuinely have got nothing to say. Oh, I'll show you. This is exciting and fun and big news in my life. I put up this wiggly line, and you might be thinking, Ella, what's that? What is that wiggly line on your bedroom wall? Like, why is it wiggly? Oh, you just keep watching. Just keep watching. What? Can't find the switch. Whoa! Whoa! I am big happy with this. I think this looks really, really fun. There's Rivs. And then on my wall is a big wiggly LED light. I'll also link this below because it was literally, it's just like a flexible strip of LED lights, and then you mold it to whatever shape that you want, and then I just stuck them on with command strips. I think it looks really cool. I like it. Do you think my stink? Aww. River's got cat acne, haven't you, love? Haven't you, my squish? Which isn't really anything serious, but yeah, poor thing. I bought myself some flowers because why not? I cleaned my entire flat and I thought, you know what this place is missing? Some nice flowers. So I've got some here and some in my room. That's just all of my scrapbooking stuff, which I will get round to showing you. Oh gosh, I'm very blue. You're just gonna have to deal with me being really blue. Golly. So, one of the things that I love to do, oh hello Rivs. Hi chicken. One of the things that I love to do is scrapbooking. I find that it's like, one, a very calming thing to do. River is just sat on my scrapbook. River! I find it a really calming thing to do, like as a process of doing it. But I also think that it's just a really, really lovely thing for me to have. I think I made my first one in 2015 and it's now 2023. So I have like so many years of my life on page, and like I just love it. Like I love it so much. So I'll show you the one that I'm working on at the moment. This one I started from last year. It's taken a lot of catching up because I kind of stopped for a while. Getting Rivs, and every scrapbook that I've made, I've sort of like turned it's like sort of a different style to the last. So they all have different styles, like they all have different, like this one's black paper, I've done ones with white paper, tan paper, and I find it just a really fun, like, this is so nice to look back on. And I feel like it's something that I will treasure for a long, long time, whether it's like looking back in years to come, and I want to make sure that I do this for the rest of my life, because who knows, phones may die, the internet may go down, but I'll be able to keep these as long as they don't burn. I just get all of my prints done on free prints. Like, this is so cool that I get to look back on this. And then I've got my birthday this year, turning 23, book events, and this is where I'm at right now, just playing catch up. This is only a couple of months ago. Yay! I honestly, oh, that is so much better. I would recommend scrapbooking to literally anyone. I just use the free prints app. You get like 45 free prints a month and all you do is pay for postage, and you can get them matte. Like, I put the matte film on them, which I really love. And also, like, Cadbury have released, they've been doing this for a while. It's like the giant pots of joy. I mentioned this in a vlog a couple of months ago. This is the shit, like this stuff. Oh my god, I could eat a full tub. A full tub. So what I do first is I lay all of my photos out how I want them, and I leave gaps for where like I'm gonna put text, and then I'll pick out things like my paper that I think will match the pictures that I've got going on well, and then I go from there. Good morning, everyone. The reality of having ADHD is I just have all of these half-finished tasks that I tell myself that my future self won't care about when it comes to actually finishing them, so I don't finish them, and then it's just this mess when I get up in the morning, and I'm not allowed a coffee until I clean. That's my rule. Something that I'm actually having a really hard time with is actually coming to terms with my ADHD diagnosis. Like, I don't know what it is, because when I was diagnosed as autistic, like, I already knew, I already had such a, like, in my mind I knew that I was an autistic person, and I understood my struggles and sort of like how to justify it to somebody if they asked. Not that I should have to, but like I very much felt like I could fight my own corner with it. With ADHD, like, I denied it for so long, and even so much of me was like, nah, I don't think this is right, or even though it is, because when I see it on paper I'm like, yeah, that's me. I think I'm finding it a really hard thing to come to terms with in terms of like having imposter syndrome about it. And I don't know why, because I know that it's there, and when I see it on paper I know that it's there. I don't know if it's just like an internalized ableism thing, or that, you know, it's been ingrained in me for so long that you can't have both, so finding out that I do have both is like, in my brain I need time to process it, because it is new, I guess, even though I knew I had it before I was diagnosed. I don't know, and I feel so vulnerable. Like, it's made me feel really, really vulnerable. And I think I've got so much on in my life at the moment. Like, I was meant to go to a festival in 2 days time, but I cancelled it. If you've seen one of my like previous vlogs, I talked about like not knowing if I wanted to go or not, and I'm not going. I don't know why I said yes in the first place, to be honest. I think it was I don't want to get left out, even though it's really not my thing and I would have a really hard time with it. I'm going to Portugal now, which again, I know I'm going to struggle with it, but I am looking forward to it, and I don't know what it is. I just feel really vulnerable after getting this second diagnosis. Like, I think it's because like I can't ignore it now. Like, I can't just be like, maybe I have ADHD, maybe. It's now a definite thing, and like I have to actually acknowledge that it's real, and like, instead of just going, I wonder why I do that when I'm having a rough day, or, you know, I'm struggling with something, I now have a reason for it, which is great, and it's lovely that I am now able to be like, okay, this is why. But I also just feel so like vulnerable, like really vulnerable. And I had a bit of a hard time the other night. Like, I had a little cry, because I just feel so, I am constantly worried about how people see me, but not in a, because at the same time I don't care. Like, I will wear what I want, I'll do what I want, and if somebody has a problem with it, I don't give a shit. It's more about, I don't like people seeing me as weak. I have a real issue with people seeing me as like What if people think that I just struggle with everything? What if people think that I'm incapable? What if people don't want me around because they're scared that I'm going to struggle? What if people don't want me around or just assume that I don't want to go so they don't invite me? None of my friends are like that. Like, none of the people around me are like that. I think I might be a little bit rejection sensitive. I think I might struggle a little bit with rejection sensitivity. In my head, I always see the negative perspective, and it doesn't matter how much reassurance I get. I am always assuming that people see the worst in me, and that the reason somebody is doing something is because they don't like me, they don't want to be around me, they want to hurt me. Like, I just always assume the worst, and it doesn't matter how much reassurance I get. I'm like, okay, well, that's just manipulation then. Like, that's not the truth, you're just trying to manipulate me to think that. And I know it's a trauma response, which is completely valid in my case. Maybe I'll talk to my therapist about it. To be honest, I feel like we have talked about it, it's just not been with that language. Like, I talk a lot in therapy about, you know, the way that I feel like I'm perceived and stuff like that. And it's very helpful. If anybody gets the chance or has like the capacity to go to therapy, please do it, please. Like, I was put off for so long going to therapy because I had so many bad experiences, like on the NHS or the ones at university, and it just put me off for so many years. And then when I was looking at local therapists, there's literally like a 4-minute walk up to a therapy centre where I live. I struggled again last week with it because I'd taken a break. And there's something about therapy where when you first start going, it's a lot on your brain. But as you get into the flow of it and you start like working through things, it becomes very refreshing. But I had to take a break because I was busy and he was busy and our calendars just didn't line up for like 2 months. So we took a break. And my first one was like 2 weeks ago again. And it went back to that, like, this is quite a heavy thing to be working through before it gets refreshing again. I think it just knocked me a little bit. Like, after getting my ADHD diagnosis and struggling with that and then going back to therapy and just all of these huge emotions and like opening up that wound again. Because I go to therapy for like PTSD. Oh, it's very windy and I'm wearing a dress. I'm very glad that I've got my diagnosis. It's just been a lot, and I think for somebody that doesn't understand their own emotions, and I know that, I'm so desperate to understand them, and I'm so desperate to put a label on things, and I'm so desperate to see things in a black and white way, which is just not the reality of life, but that's just the way that my brain works because I'm autistic. I've spent a lot of time in the place where I grew up and with family recently, and I think that's played a role in it because I don't feel like myself when I go back there. I feel so heavily masked. I feel like I go back to my 16-year-old self, which is just not a place that I want to be. And I think I've had to like move in and out of those two spaces recently a lot, and it's really fucked with my head because like I can so easily snap into that mask and pretend that I'm fine. So when I realise that I'm not, I'm like, 1, I'm pretending, and 2, I am so incapable. Just so many big emotions tied to lots of things that have gone on recently, and it's hard because I'm at a point in my life, like my social life and just, you know, my personal life, where I feel so content and at ease. Like, I have amazing people around me and I feel like I'm in such a good position, a very peaceful, calm, relaxing position in my life that could go in so many different directions, but like I'm at peace, which I feel very grateful for at the age of 23. Like, I feel very happy and grateful for what I've got in my life. But there's just such an element of chaos as well, where I just feel so incapable. And I think the ADHD part of me just craves more all of the time. It is constantly going, okay, what now? What now? What can you do now? How can we make this even better? How can we elevate it? Whereas the autism is like, you should enjoy this state of calm. You should enjoy this state of peace, and like the fact that you've got people around you that you can be yourself with, like, you should be enjoying that. But the ADHD part is like more, comparing myself to other people and being like, you could do that, why are you not doing that, constantly, like, even though it's not what I want. Like, I have an online platform and I could very easily use that to, you know, achieve massive things, you know, move into so many different spaces and become huge if I wanted to. And part of me is like, why are you not doing that? Like, you're wasting this. But I don't want that life. Like, I don't want to be one of these huge influencers and, doing all those things, yet I compare myself to those people. And I'm like, you must be failing at something if you're not achieving that, and you must be doing something wrong if that's not what you're achieving. But that's not, it's not what I want. Like, I don't want that chaotic lifestyle. I don't. And I think that's one of the realizations I had, and it's why I'm not moving to Manchester, because I was doing that to, one, be with like my friends who live there, and two, because I thought that was the best move for my career. But I don't want that. Like, that's not what I want in my life. I don't want a chaotic lifestyle, and I don't want to be constantly like elevating my platform. And I think that is like, oh, the ADHD part of me just constantly wanting more. But it wouldn't be healthy for me, and I know it wouldn't be. This went on a tangent, I think. Anyway.
Go.
Have you pressed it? We're on a walk. It's very close. I don't really know what you want us to do. Ask us some questions.
Vogue 72 question. What's up?
Nothing new. This is Jasmine Dean.
Right, I've turned it on.
Oh, this is Jasmine Dean.
I already had it on.
This is a pile of horse poo. Watch out. No, don't get my camera too close to that. Fun fact about this park, it was gifted to somebody special, and then he like donated it to the city or something, I don't know.
Influencer maybe?
But it's big fun. There's somebody coming and I can't vlog in public if I'm honest, so I'm gonna go now. Bye. What am I saying?
Rank all the meats.
Ooh, okay. Top for me, corned beef. Then I'm gonna go with turkey, because I do like a turkey. By the way, I am a vegetarian.
Pescatarian.
Then probably mince. Quite like mince. Beef. Then I think I'd go bacon, pork, then just like general beef, and quite low down.
Like steak?
Oh, steak is like at the bottom for me. Corned beef, turkey at the top. Maybe bacon third before mince. But I do love mince and dumplings. But corned beef, I really, really, really miss. I really miss corned beef. Yeah, just a little bit of thing about me.
Okay, so just to recap.
Okay.
What was the order?
Corned beef.
Yeah.
Turkey.
Mhm.
Bacon.
Mhm.
Mince.
Mhm.
Pork. Beef. And then like way, 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 way down, steak.
You've missed out. Lamb. You missed
Ham!
out. Chicken. Ham. Yeah.
Chicken. I would put chicken below bacon. Ham? I could give or take it. I'm gonna put that above beef. Below pork.
So just to recap.
Oh, no. It's got ducks on it. And swans. No, this one's so cute.
What's the worst mild inconvenience?
Oh.
Has to be mild.
Oh man. Oh. This one. You when you're in a shop and you're like looking for some clothes and you pull it out on a hanger, but the hanger's stuck to the other piece of clothing that's in there. And it's like, and it's really not that major, but it's so frustrating. Do you know what I mean? Good morning. I'm about to make a cake, so I'm going to take you along on the journey of that. I'm going to make a red velvet. I've just made myself a coffee. It's very early, but I want to get started. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great. Let's go. A fun fact about me is that I actually am quite a good baker. So let's hope that this goes well. I really enjoy a cake. I made a lot of cakes during lockdown. I used to bake all of the time, even before lockdown, and I like to experiment with different flavours. So, pour half of the flour, cocoa powder, baking powder, bicarb. I'm just going to do the full thing, because it wants me to make half the batter and then half the batter again, which I don't like doing, because any differences, you're going to end up with two different types of cake, essentially. 250 flour. I shut the cupboard on you. I just think there's something so wrong about a red velvet mixture, because I like to cream the butter and the sugar together and mix everything in, and it just feels like so wrong when you make a red velvet. I like pouring wet ingredients onto a big dry mix. It doesn't feel right. Uh-oh. I said I was a good baker. I think I'm gonna have to start again. Cakes are out of the oven and they feel so soft and squishy. The only thing I don't like about this recipe is that I think you end up putting in too much cocoa powder, so they just look like a chocolate cake. Like, this does not look like a red velvet. Even like on the inside, it's not a red velvet cake. Obviously, consistency and texture wise it will be, but it just, like, it's not red. And that annoys me. If it's a red velvet, I want it to be red, you know? I'm gonna wait for that to cool and then I'm gonna put like the cream and stuff in it. I'm actually starting Couch to 5K. I have wanted to do Couch to 5K for a very long time and I just never have, and it's for no reason at all, just a personal goal and just to improve my fitness. I have like a walking running mat at home, like a little at-home treadmill, because I don't like going out and running, just for personal fitness reasons. But now I'm gonna start Couch to 5K, so today is day one. So I'm gonna go and do that. Oh, lovely. Won't lie, didn't film very much after yesterday. Made the cake. It did go well, but some of it did fall apart. But it was fine. It was absolutely freaking delicious. I make a mean cake. It may have fell apart a little bit, but it was moist. It was delicious. It had a great texture. The cream was unreal. I'm now nursing the 2 glasses of red wine that I had last night, and now I'm off to therapy. I'm gonna have a coffee and get washed and hope that I don't look or sound too hungover, because I'm not. But I didn't go to sleep till about 1:45. Putting myself on the internet like this, I look gross. Hey, at least I'm still good at latte art. At least I've got that going for me. I'm not gonna lie to you lads, I barely filmed anything. Today, I popped into town, got myself some bits. I'm sitting down and I'm watching the telly. I'm watching a new series called Wolf on BBC. Now, I love myself a BBC drama. I love myself a crime drama. Silent Witness. I love Silent Witness. One of my favourite TV shows, because I love a crime drama. Broadchurch. I love anything like Harlan Coben when they turn those books into series. Silent Witness, CSI, oh, I eat that shit up. The mini-series that BBC and ITV do all of the time, where it's like a 6 or 8 part series, one-off series, it's just like a really intense drama, crime drama. I do love it when the BBC do those ghost story ones as well at Christmas, but they haven't been doing them recently, which is really sad, because for me, Christmas TV is also a little bit spooky. So, yeah. I'm actually going on holiday next week. I'm going to Portugal. I don't know if I've said that. So I picked a couple of bits up for that. Got some new clothes, got some new makeup. Yeah, my dreams have been invaded by planes. If you didn't know, I'm deathly afraid of flying. Oh, I called EasyJet and asked for assistance so I can get on the plane and get myself seated so I don't have to wait and stuff, because that's going to stress me out. So I got some special assistance for the plane. Aww, he's so beautiful. Oh, I love her so much. Cozy nights. I've actually not tidied up from last night, but let's just pretend that everything is clean. First thoughts on this TV show. The writing is really bad. The dialogue is terrible. And I am literally 2 minutes in. I don't know the official term, but there's definitely a term for it where the dialogue tells you something that you need to know to establish context of like somebody's dead, or this happens, or this is how this character feels, to establish like the context of somebody's relationship or the storyline. They're not doing this very well. You know, in films where like somebody's parent is dead and they establish it by like they've got a picture of the parent on their cabinet or something, and they pick it up and they're like, I wish she was here to see this. And boom, now everybody knows that she's dead. Or, you wouldn't say that when Dad was still alive. Things like that. And it's just so obvious that, like, that is a plant to tell the audience that somebody's not alive anymore. That's what this feels like. And I'm 7 minutes in, so already I'm not its biggest fan. I'm not gonna lie. If the twist in this show was that this show was a fake show and it was actually all a joke, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't mean to be rude, but it's like the dialogue is so bad. It feels so like a staged TV show. I sound like I'm being really, really, really fussy and pretentious here, which I am. I am. But all of the things that are meant to be twists, I've called it because they've been very obvious, and not in like a glaringly obvious way, but in a, I can see what you're doing. Good morning everyone, it's currently Friday. I had a really early night last night, but River woke me up like several times, jumping on me, like tearing at the stuff at the end of my bed. It was really annoying. I forgot to shut my curtains, so I was awake at 7 o'clock is like my usual wake up time. I think I'm gonna try and watch the rest of Wolf, see how I feel about it. Oh, don't I look great? Massive, massive, massive pot of coffee. Let's go watch new Zoella vlog, because I bloody love Zoella, and catch up on Wolf and see if I can get through some more episodes without being like, that's bad. Oh, the little squish. Oh, she's so cute. Oh. No, no, I think he did it. I'm about to sit and do my makeup, but I got some new stuff. I got the Fenty Beauty by Rihanna Pro Filter Soft Matte Long Way Foundation, and I've never tried this before, so let's see how it goes. I just can't prove it. Happy with my makeup. That new foundation is nice. This is what I'm wearing. This is actually a dress. I've just put something over the top to sort of like cash it up. Little thing. I think it's really cute. Big excite, big excite. Does anyone else just like love mini versions of things? Like this is the cutest thing I have ever seen in my life. Like teeny tiny versions of the larger things that you use. I just think it's fucking adorable. Like teeny tiny toothpaste. Are you joking? Little tiny bottles of things. Like, this is so cute. This is so cute. Teeny tiny Palmers. Like, are you joking? They're so cute. They're so cute. These are all my minis for holidays because I'm going to Portugal. I'm just hoping for an easy, smooth flight because I'm really scared of flying, but my therapist said that like he thinks that I have absorbed my dad's fear of flying because my dad's really scared of flying. And most of the flights that I've been on have been with him, and I never used to be scared as a child. But like, he thinks that I've just absorbed his fear because like it's rational for a child to be scared of the things their parents are scared of, because like you look up to your parents as being like these invincible things, so if they're scared you should be scared. And I was like, you know what, that's so right. And it's really helped me rationalize my fear in my mind. Not that I think it's irrational, because I do think being scared of flying is a very rational fear to have, but it's really helped me go, okay, am I actually scared, or am I just scared because I've been told I should be scared? And it's not actually that scary. And it's really helped me calm myself and keep myself like not too worried about it, even though I've been having dreams about plane crashes and scary plane flights. I'm still scared. It's never gonna go away. But it's definitely helped in my mind to be like, okay, maybe it's not as bad as what I think it is. Hello everyone. Now I'm not gonna lie to you. It is currently Monday. Sitting down to edit this vlog, realised I didn't film anything yesterday. And I didn't even say goodbye. Like, what am I doing? What am I doing? Didn't really do all that much yesterday. Went into town to pick up some bits, but then I came home and I lay on the sofa and I recovered from intense socialisation the day before. I finished the rest of Wolf. My rating of it was that it was just poor. It wasn't terrible, it wasn't good, it was just poor. Anyway, I'm gonna go now and stop ranting about a TV show that I watched that's like inconsequential to my life. Thank you for watching this vlog. See you in the next one. Big kisses and hugs. Don't know why I said that. Bye!